Hello, my name is Zahir Hussain, and here we are at the Saltley Academy car park where there are many petrol and diesel cars. Many of the teachers must drive to school to get to work. We know that cars cause air pollution and contribute to the greenhouse effect. There are lots of things happening to discourage people from driving petrol and diesel cars. In 2030, there will be no new petrol and diesel cars sold in the UK, and so everyone who drives is going to have to think about buying an electric car. At the moment, the school has 2 charging points, and now we have some people who know a lot more about electric cars.
Could you tell us the benefits of electric cars for the consumer and for the environment?
Yeah, of course. I mean, from the consumer's point of view, there are obviously the financial benefits. So something like this, for instance, a car like this, the range on this is about 168 miles, and you can fill that car, in fact, have a full, range of that for about £5 or £6. Also, for instance, we're in Birmingham, and you've got the ULEZ charge in Birmingham, which is currently £8 a day. Our cars, again, electric cars are exempt from that charge. From the environmental side, obviously, that's a much bigger picture. And, we're obviously at a school here. But if people are, driving past the school every day, doing school runs, and they're churning out fumes at the other end, that's not going to be very good for anybody, for people's health, lungs, etc. Electric car, you alleviate all of those issues.
So what is stopping people from buying electric cars?
That's a good question. It's hard to say exactly, because everybody's different. But I suspect that there are a few sort of prejudices that still exist in people's minds. The one that I come across probably most regularly is what we call range anxiety, which people are scared about the car running out of electricity, essentially. The other question people probably think is that electric cars are very expensive because they cost more than the sort of typical equivalent petrol or diesel car. But again, we need to look at that, the bigger picture there as well, because they may be paying, say, £200 for their car at the moment, but paying £100 on fuel. Well, they might get a new one of these for, say, £250, but pay hardly anything on fuel.
So when will electric cars become more affordable?
The saving really comes in when you look at what they're spending on fuel. You may recall about a month ago, there was a fuel crisis where there weren't any truck drivers delivering fuel. Well, I can assure you our phones were off the hook then, because people suddenly realised, this is maybe the way to go. Don't just look at the price of the car on its own, but just look at the whole package as to the other sides of the coin as well. And then, you'll find out they're much more affordable than you probably realise.